In 1941, an American president stood before Congress and described 4 things every human being on Earth deserved.
Freedom of speech, freedom of worship, freedom from want, freedom from fear.
He didn't say rights, he didn't say laws, he said freedom 4 times.
That speech changed the world, and that one word, freedom, has driven American decisions, American wars, American culture, and American identity ever since.
But here's what most people don't know. When Americans say freedom, they don't always mean what you think they mean. Today, we're going to show you exactly what they do mean. Welcome to Word by Word English, where every episode we teach you one powerful word that changes how you understand the world around you.
Freedom is a word every English learner knows. But knowing a word and truly understanding it, the way Americans feel it, use it, and live by it, those are 2 very different things.
Let's get into it.
Let's go back to that speech. January 6th, 1941. President Franklin D. Roosevelt. America had not yet entered World War II, but the world was burning around them.
Roosevelt stood up and said something that no world leader had ever said quite so clearly before. He didn't talk about victory. He didn't talk about power. He talked about what people deserved to feel.
In the future days which we seek to make secure, we look forward to a world founded upon 4 essential human freedoms.
Freedom of speech, freedom of worship, freedom from want, freedom from fear.
That speech became the foundation of the United Nations and the modern concept of human rights. World leaders around the globe referenced it for decades.
And that word, freedom, became the single most powerful word in the American vocabulary.
But here's where it gets interesting, because that speech was in 1941, and in 2026, 85 years later, Americans are still arguing about what freedom actually means.
Because in America, freedom doesn't mean just one thing. It means something different depending on who you ask, where they live, and what they believe.
The word is freedom, and it is the most complicated, simple word in the English language.
So why does this word have so much power in America specifically? Because every country values freedom, right? So what makes America different?
Here's the answer. America was literally born from the idea of freedom. The very first sentence of the Declaration of Independence talks about the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Liberty, another word for freedom. It was there from day one. Before America was even a country, freedom was its reason for existing.
And that creates something psychologists call a foundational identity. When a concept is built into the origin story of a nation, it doesn't just become a value, it becomes part of how people see themselves.
An American doesn't just believe in freedom. An American is freedom in their own mind. It's personal, it's emotional, it's almost sacred.
This is why when Americans feel their freedom is threatened, even slightly, the reaction is so intense. It's not just a political disagreement, it feels like an attack on who they are.
And this is also why the word freedom is used so constantly in American politics, advertising, music, and everyday conversation, because it connects to something much deeper than a dictionary definition.
When an American says, "That's my freedom," they're not just making a legal argument. They're saying, "This is who I am. Don't touch it."
Now, here's what most people outside America don't realize. Freedom in America actually means 3 different things depending on who is using the word.
And here's the important part. Americans themselves disagree on which version matters most. In fact, most American political debates come down to exactly this disagreement. Let's break them down.
Version 1. Personal freedom. This is the most common everyday use. I have the freedom to make my own choices. What I eat, what I wear, what I believe, who I love, where I go. These are personal decisions.
This version is deeply individual. It's about the self. What I do in my own life is my decision. Americans use this constantly in conversations about health, lifestyle, relationships, everything.
Version 2. Political freedom. This is freedom from government control. The right to say what you think, practice your religion, vote for your leaders, and criticize those in power without punishment.
This is the version Roosevelt was describing in 1941, and it's the version Americans think about when they talk about democracy, free speech, and the First Amendment.
You'll hear this when Americans say things like, freedom of speech means I can say what I want, or every citizen deserves the right to vote freely.
You also hear version 3, economic freedom, and this one is interesting because Americans actually define it in two very different ways.
Some Americans define economic freedom as the freedom to start a business, work hard, make money, and keep what you earn. The idea that opportunity is open to everyone willing to work for it.
Other Americans define economic freedom differently, as freedom from poverty, freedom from lack of health care, freedom from financial fear. For them, true freedom means having your basic needs met so you can actually pursue your dreams.
Both groups use the same word, freedom, but they mean almost opposite things. And that difference right there is at the heart of almost every economic debate in America today.
Three versions, one word. And the fascinating thing is no one version is more correct than the others. Americans have been debating this for over 200 years, and they're still going.
Let's look at how Americans actually use the word freedom in real everyday conversations.
Example 1, personal decisions. It's a free country. I can eat whatever I want. This is Americans invoking personal freedom in the simplest, most casual way. You'll hear this constantly.
Example 2, defending opinions. I have the freedom to say what I think, even if you disagree. Americans use this to protect their right to speak, even when their opinion is controversial.
Example 3, resisting rules. This feels like it's taking away our freedom. When Americans feel a law or policy restricts their choices, they frame it as a freedom issue immediately.
Example 4, aspirational. America gave my family the freedom to build a better life. This is the immigrant version of freedom, the most emotional and personal use of the word.
Example 5, in everyday culture. I'm finally free. After quitting a job, ending a relationship, or finishing school, Americans apply freedom to personal liberation in their own lives constantly.
Notice something in these examples. Americans connect freedom directly to their own daily life and choices. Whether it's personal, political, or economic, for Americans, freedom always feels close to home.
Tell us in the comments, what does freedom mean to you? And which of the three versions feels most important in your own country? We want to hear from viewers around the world.
Now let's talk about how Americans misuse this word, because there are some important mistakes.
Mistake 1. Thinking freedom and liberty mean the same thing in all contexts. They're very similar, but liberty is more formal and historical. You'll see it in laws and official documents.
Freedom is what Americans say in everyday conversation. So you'd say, I want the freedom to choose in casual speech, not I want the liberty to choose. Liberty sounds like a history textbook. Freedom sounds like a real person talking.
Mistake 2. Using free when you mean freedom. I want to be free and I want freedom are both correct, but I want free is wrong. Free is an adjective. Freedom is a noun.
Mistake 3. Assuming all Americans mean the same thing when they say freedom. As we've covered, they don't. Personal, political, economic, and even within those versions, Americans disagree. Always listen for context.
And mistake 4, overusing it. Freedom is a powerful word. When you use it for everything, big and small, it loses its weight. Save it for moments that genuinely deserve it.
Quick practice. 2 situations, tell me which one uses freedom correctly.
Situation 1, you quit a job you hated. Option A, I finally have freedom from that place. Option B, I finally have free from that place.
Option A, freedom is a noun. Option B is grammatically wrong. Free is an adjective.
Now, situation 2, an American says, don't tell me what to eat, it's a free country. Which version of freedom are they using? Personal, political, or economic?
Personal freedom. They're talking about individual lifestyle choices. Classic, everyday American use.
Now your turn. Fill in the blank out loud. To me, freedom means blank. Think about your own life, your own country, your own values.
Write your answer in the comments. This one we genuinely want to read because freedom means something different to every single person on Earth. There is no wrong answer here.
Roosevelt said it in 1941. Americans have been debating it ever since, and in 2026, that debate is louder than ever.
Personal freedom, political freedom, economic freedom. Americans believe in all of these, but they don't always agree on which one comes first or what each one really requires.
And that disagreement, that
constant, passionate, sometimes heated debate about what freedom really means, that is itself one of the most American things there is.
Because in America, you have the freedom to disagree about freedom.
Today, you learned one word, but really, you learned something about the soul of an entire nation.
Subscribe to Word by Word English. Every episode, one word, one world. See you in the next one.